I would like to introduce you to the life and accomplishments of Janie Porter Barrett, who was born in 1865. Her contributions to child welfare, and her work as a child advocate are examples to all social workers of what one person alone can accomplish. She grew up in the Skinner house where her mom worked, while Janie was educated in literature and math. The Skinner family desired to send her to a white college. However, Janie's mom sent her to Hampton Institute to experience life as an African American. While attending Hampton Institute, Janie Porter Barrett was instilled with the importance of her race, her country, charity, and patriotism, which moved her to later establish programs and facilities to assist others, and she earned a degree in elementary education. She taught at Dawson, at Lucy Craft Laney's Haynes Normal and Industrial Institute in Georgia, and evening classes at Hampton Institute, and later married Harris Barrett, a graduate from Hampton Institute in 1889. The status of African Americans during this time period was extremely based on the laws that were designed to separate African Americans from everyone else. The laws, which specifically pertained to child welfare, were not sufficiently acknowledging African American children's needs. This is a quote that I chose to use to demonstrate what was really taking place during this time period. Janie Porter Barrett discovered that there was a child who was going to be placed in jail simply because there was nowhere else for the child to go, and she prevented this from happening. Barrett saw that the needs of these children were not being met, and in 1890 she converted her personal home into what is now known as the Locust Street Settlement. This allowed a place for African American mothers to go for help and African American children to go for guidance. When the settlement house first began, there were only a couple of girls who came once a week. In 1902, Barrett's husband helped her to expand, and a playground, a library, and increased games were made possible due to the settlement home. Barrett focused on educating the girls that she was working with and assisting them in having better lives. This quote demonstrates the type of activities that she did with the girls while they were at the Locust Street Settlement House. Janie Porter Barrett was a very active member of the National Association of Colored Women, the NACW, and this was their mission: to better the generations that followed them in every way possible and to educate them in how to overcome prejudice and persecution without being moved. Barrett was also a member of the Virginia Federation of Colored Women's Club. She founded this organization and was the first president from 1907 to 1908. The Barrett Learning Center was originally known as the Virginia Industrial School for Colored Girls and began in 1915 under the management of that organization. The Industrial Home for Colored Girls was located in Richmond, Virginia on 147 acres. The property was farmland that had a house already located on the land, and the women of this organization raised the money to pay for the land. The house located on the farmland was turned into the Federation Cottage, and when the school opened, there were around 500 African American girls who were in need of Barrett's services of supervision, education, and reform. Barrett's approach for the girls was to provide them with the structure which many of them had never had. They participated in a wide array of activities that would help them psychologically, socially, and spiritually. She also provided them with positive reinforcement to encourage them to better their lives. The girls gained entrance by means of referrals from the state. Once admitted, the girls would receive an assessment, an introduction as to what they could expect, and then after a 10-day grace period, they were expected to follow the rules. The target of the school was to assist the girls in becoming independent and gaining self-control. After 2 years of success, the girls were placed with approved families and lined up with employment. The girls were set up with bank accounts to further their independence. Once they were fully released, the money was theirs. Here you can also see Barrett School's success rate, which is impressive. Barrett had many accomplishments. Along with her settlement house and the industrial school, she received the William E. Harmon Award for Distinguished Achievement Among Negroes in 1929, was a part of the Conference on Child Health and Protection at the White House in 1930, and as you can see, even more. The curriculum that Janie Porter Barrett utilized with the girls in her program became a treatment model for social work. She also utilized positive reinforcement instead of punishment to encourage the girls to improve their lives, which also serves as an example to social work. These were very helpful and informative websites that contained intriguing facts concerning Janie Porter Barrett. If you would like to learn more about her life by means of internet searches, these websites would be an excellent place to start. These are the references in which I gathered information concerning the life, contributions, and achievements of Janie Porter Barrett. There is not enough time to describe everything that this pioneer accomplished in her life. I would recommend these references if you would like to read more about her. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.